joke.
Was that the Joker?
It was the Joker.
3 Jokers.
Episode 3. Ring ding 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 ring ding. It's episode 3. Bananas for comics. We're the Chimps.
I'm Rocco.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm
The Chimp.
Robbie. I'm the Chimp. I'm the titular Chimp. All right.
Who put you in charge?
Me.
Oh.
Oh, you.
Okay. Let's talk news.
Yeah.
There was a casting call out for a little comic by Brian K. Vaughan. Book I really want to read that both of you guys have read.
Yep. I don't
Paper
know.
Girls.
I have not finished it, but I adore what I've read. I love the artwork. Some of my favorite.
Who's the artist on it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Is that Cliff Chang? Or does
Yes.
he just do
Yeah,
the
Cliff
covers?
Chang.
Okay.
It is Cliff Chang.
It's
The
Cliff
Wonder
Chang.
Woman New 52 artist.
Super nice, super
Yeah.
colorful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll talk about him next episode.
You would love Paper Girls, Robbie. You should really read it.
Yeah.
I can lend it to
I
you.
would. Okay.
I have also not finished Paper Girls because I am waiting for the last deluxe edition to come out. But
How long is it?
it's 3 deluxes long.
3
I think
hardcovers.
10 issues each, so 30 issues.
It's not bad at
It's
all.
not long. I'm
It-
sure we'll get a
Yeah,
compendium.
and it's a
some
very
point.
quick read, too.
I have read a good amount of Brian K. Vaughan work. I am on the record for being kind of iffy on him for as much as I read, even though which is blasphemy, I know. I just think he's good, but he's not as great as people say. But
Have you not read Saga?
Let me finish.
Shut up.
Saga's
You
good.
haven't read Saga.
I think Paper Girls is his best work. I hope the ending's good because I feel that's
That's his weakest part to you. He can't. The
Yes.
endings.
I have talked about before, if you've ever talked to me, Why the Last Man, Runaways.
Oh, I want to read Why the Last Man really bad.
Me too.
Both books I was enjoying, and then the ending hit, and it just wasn't for me anymore. I really wasn't a fan of the ending to those. So I'm hoping Paper Girls sticks the link because I love it so
Yeah,
far.
well, I've never read a excuse me, a Brian K. Vaughan book to completion because I've only read Saga, which is ongoing.
Not done.
It's not over.
Paper Girls, still waiting on that one. I have read Doctor Strange: The Oath, which was
Yeah, but that's like a mini.
That's
So
a miniseries.
one
No
and
real.
done.
I think it's very good. Very, very good one.
You think it's overrated, right?
I think it's. Listen, I don't want to get put out as the guy that hates Brian K. Vaughan. I think it's good, but I guess it was just very hyped up for me. So when I read it, I was like, "It's good. It's good. It's
Yeah,
fun."
yeah. Runaways.
The art's great though.
I have started Saga.
You read like 2 issues.
I read 5.
There's 50.
How much is in the compendium?
50.
Oh. I read a 10th of what's out. It was cool. I'll get back to it.
I like Saga a lot. I think Paper Girls is better though.
So, you can respond to the casting call?
Yeah, I think I fit the description of a 14-year-old girl. So does Robbie. I think you could do it.
I mean...
Jonathan, you look a little too old for it though.
Stop.
Yeah. Jonathan, you're pushing 50, right?
Last time I checked my birth certificate, no.
Oh, okay.
But it's been a minute.
Any other news? Wait, something did happen. It's like right on the tip
Was
of my
there more
tongue.
news?
There was something.
There's always news.
Barney movie.
The live-action Barney
There's
movie?
a live-action Barney movie produced
that,
by Daniel.
Daniel
Wait, is it a
Kaluuya?
live
Kaluuya.
I think it's an animated movie.
No, it's live-action.
Is it horror?
What?
What did you just say?
Moving on.
What did you just say?
What?
I'm genuinely curious. Did he
Isn't
say?
it horror?
I don't think so.
Spider-Man 3. John Watts' Spider-Man 3. There's so much going on. A while ago, they confirmed that Jamie Foxx,
Is
Electro,
coming
is
back.
coming back.
Oh yeah, Electro's coming back.
That's crazy.
I
but
hope he's in the yellow suit with the big lightning bolts.
recently,
Well,
we have found out. There's been rumors. Well, we know Doctor Strange is going to be in it.
Is that
boy.
confirmed now?
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Little Steve
And
Ditko
his
1,
movie
2.
is. Oh, well then that makes these rumors make even more
Well,
sense.
so here's the thing.
It's freaking sweet.
It's freaking sweet, Lois. There's so many rumors about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield returning.
Yeah. What I was saying with it making even more sense, I mean, I know we all know that Doctor Strange's second movie is going to be called Multiverse of Madness or something.
Yep.
That's correct.
So, I mean, if he's messing around the multiverse, and we know Spider-Verse is a movie that did very well, and the comic also did very well, makes it pretty obvious that that would be the next call to do a Spider-Verse movie in real life, because, I mean, we're at a time where there's fans of all 3 Spider-Man actors that are still arguing over who is the best.
Yeah, I'm a fan of one in particular.
Me too.
Who's yours? I know Robbie's. Should I say it? Robbie's.
What's yours?
Mine's Toby, because I
Who's
grew up
yours?
with Toby.
Mine would probably be Toby.
Oh, that's Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, we know yours is Andrew Garfield.
I just like him.
I like him as Spider-Man.
I like
Gwen.
him.
Gwen's good.
I really like Tom Holland.
Yeah, no,
I think
me too.
he's great.
I think
he gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Overall.
No, well, I think a Spider-Verse movie would be great, and that also makes. So yeah, everyone's saying they want Jamie Foxx to be wearing the yellow and stuff, yellow and green.
If this rumor is true, he's just gonna be his Electro.
He might just be his Electro again, which would be hysterical.
I would be very happy.
Bring back Bruce Campbell as Mysterio.
No, but they already have a new Mysterio.
Yeah, now we got like 2.
But why don't just make him a different villain? Sam Raimi's not making this though.
No.
He could put him in Doctor Strange.
That all just clicked. Bruce Campbell's gonna cameo in Doctor Strange.
As Mysterio. Whoa, okay.
Maybe not Mysterio.
Maybe not Mysterio.
I hope
Something.
it's Mysterio.
He'll be somebody.
He'll be someone.
I mean, he's definitely going to be. I think he's in just about
I love
every
Bruce
single
Campbell.
Sam Raimi movie.
Bruce Campbell is.
He's yeah.
Except for maybe Drag Me to Hell. I haven't seen that one.
That might be the one.
You haven't seen it? How are we doing a podcast if you haven't seen Drag Me to Hell?
That trailer scared me for so long because of the opening where she's sleeping and then rolls over and it's right there.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember the movie. I saw it before because it scared me so much. I could be misremembering it, but it was Knowing with Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
What a movie. I don't hate that movie, though. Well,
You like Hancock.
I do not like Hancock.
All right.
I like...
Wait, let's rein this in.
Rocco
Wait,
Hancock.
I want to
Rocco
put this on...
Hancock.
I'll put this on the record. Out of all the Will Smith movies I do like, Hancock is not one of them.
Where does that rank? Above or below Gemini Man?
I haven't watched Gemini Man yet.
Fine,
I
iRobot.
want to. I like iRobot.
My
That's the
God.
one you should have said.
My God. All right. So here's the thing. Heavily rumored. There's talks that Tobey Maguire is debating for more screen time.
He should get more screen time.
Well, here's the thing. Imagine if we just didn't know any of this, sat down, saw the movie, and
That's
they
true.
showed up. That would've been
I
fun.
would.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be pissed
Scream.
if, like, they had him for a cameo for, like, 2 seconds?
No.
No, I don't care about that. Just not knowing going in
No,
that they're
well,
going to
that's
be in
just
it.
a different whole topic.
No, that's
of,
what I'm saying.
I wish we didn't know half the stuff we knew going into movies.
I don't know.
Do you remember when they announced A Quiet Place 2?
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago. I did not need to know that granted, we didn't know the coronavirus was coming, but I did not need to know we would be getting a sequel coming out in 2020 back in 2018. Or maybe it was 2019.
Also, that movie doesn't even need a sequel.
Well, that's another comment.
Yeah.
Point is,
We're really getting off topic.
let things be like just a surprise.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with the Spider-Man thing. And any casting thing and all this stuff.
If I knew nothing and it was just a cameo, I would still be happy. Just seeing Toby or Andrew Garfield there.
That's true.
It'd be cool to just see them there. So,
Is that it for news?
I think that's it.
Any news on a sequel to Todd Phillips' Joker yet?
Anyway,
Oh,
what have you guys been reading?
I heard a rumor news thing.
Okay.
That might be of some... kind of pertaining to Joker.
Say it.
I heard talks that they want to make, like, a Mr. Freeze Joker-esque
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Whatever.
I mean, I guess out of all the Batman villains, he's, like, got probably the best backstory.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it would work.
He's, like, the only one that... But you need Batman in that. But Joker doesn't have Batman.
Sure.
I don't know. Moving on.
God, I love 2019's Joker.
Moving on.
No, I don't.
What have you
I
guys
like
been
it.
reading?
What have I been reading?
What do you
I've
guys-
been reading Grant Morrison's The Filth.
How's
It's the
that?
third entry in the Hypersigil trilogy, being The Invisibles, Flux Mentallo, and The Filth.
I have read one of those.
The Filth is a pretty good direct companion piece to The Invisibles. The Invisibles, man oh man, we are going to talk about that one day. I am going to do a whole episode all about The Invisibles.
Rocco, what about you?
I have read 2 things. I read New Mutants: The Demon Bear Saga.
Ah, yes.
Yes, in preparation because New Mutants comes out in digital and on demand a couple weeks, and I'm pretty excited for that movie for like 10,000 years since it was announced. So
Very
yeah,
exciting.
I read that.
I am a massive fan of the Bill Sienkiewicz
Yes.
New Mutants.
Yeah, so Sienkiewicz art is absolutely perfect in that book. It's definitely the highlight. I am man, it's a bunch of downers for me for writers today. I'm not the hugest Chris Claremont fan.
He could be tough.
The thing with Chris Claremont, he has great story ideas, and he's not even bad at executing them.
You know what he calls Batman v Superman?
I've heard his takes on
No,
Batman.
no, no,
Superman.
no. What he calls it.
What does he call
He
it?
just calls it Bat Soup.
Weird.
Bat
Got
soup.
weird ideas for what he said he would have written for Batman vs Superman that I don't even want to get into.
Oh, well.
But
I would love to know later on.
I'll tell you later.
Jakes.
No.
Okay. But yeah, no. The thing with Chris Claremont for me is his dialogue and word boxes are just so stiff and rough to get through.
He's also very clearly on the every issue is someone's first.
Which, yeah. And
but he doesn't work well with that, in my opinion.
he works, yeah, exact. That's my issue. Because I understand that mentality, and I think it's a very good idea, and it makes sense. For him, it just doesn't click with me. But overall, I did enjoy it, and I'm still excited for the New Mutants movie, honestly. The other book I read is called Jimmy Corrigan by Chris Ware. This book is...
Rocco's reading some indie books now.
I know, I'm a
What?
nerd. Oh my god, no superhero books. Jimmy Corrigan is absolutely bananas. This comic is insane. More or less, it's a book with like 20 panels on each page. It's just a whole bunch of small panels lined up to show this main character, Jimmy Corrigan's anxiety, because he's meeting his estranged father for the first time, and he's like in his 30s. He has a lot of issues that you kind of find out when you see him growing up, and it's just I don't know, it's a really sad but kind of heartwarming book. I really enjoyed it. It was very different than anything else I've ever read in my life. I don't think it'd be for everyone, for sure, especially with how the panels are laid out and how different it is, but I think it's worth giving a shot.
Is it a little too
Yeah.
highbrow or smart for some
right.
individuals?
No, it's
Relax.
not everyone's taste.
I definitely want to check it out though.
I will read it.
It seems very up my alley.
I
Seems
think,
fun.
yeah, I think you would love it, John.
Yeah. I love that kind of, stuff that really
Oh.
focuses on.
I wanted to talk about it last week because I have it. I started it, but then I remembered I should finish the filth first. Lon Chaney Speaks.
Oh yeah.
Just want to mention it. I'm going to try and read that for the next episode so I can talk about it. It is by Pat... What is that? Dorian. Pat Dorian.
Pat Dorian
Someone I was
Gray.
not very familiar with. But I'm a big fan of Lon Chaney, and I'm an even bigger fan of his son, Lon Chaney Jr. This book, super up my alley. It's just sort of like a loose... He talked in the beginning how is everything extremely factual? No, but it's sort of like a loose biography on the actor Lon Chaney and his life. Very cool. Old cinema stuff.
Hi, Robbie. Would you say this book is a loose adaptation of Lon Chaney's life?
Hi, Rocco. I would say that this book is a loose... what you said. Jonathan, what have you been reading?
Me? I'm reading a couple things right now. I'm like in the middle of a couple things.
Yeah.
First off, I am in the middle of the second library edition of Harrow County by Colin Bunn.
It might be
and-
Cullen.
Cullen?
I've always called him Colin. Might be Cullen.
I think it is Cullen Bunn. I think you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's CU.
Yeah.
But
I
this
always forget it.
yeah, it just Colin sounds better. Whatever.
He has a really good
Whoa.
Venom run.
Colin.
That's throwing real shade at Collins.
Colin sounds. I'm just saying Colin's more natural.
All right,
Edward
but what about all
Cullen
the
Bunn.
Collins in the world? You're saying that's not a natural
No,
name?
I'm just saying it's more natural to me. I'm a flawed person, okay?
Go on.
Anyway,
I think Colin sounds very natural.
you don't sound natural.
I think-
Get out of the room.
I think Harrow County is a fantastic
Hi,
horror
Robbie.
comic. Yeah.
I'm talking.
Okay.
I would say Harrow County is a fantastic book.
What?
It is one of my favorite horror books
Yeah.
I have read. I've read a few.
Hmm.
I'm reading the other book I'm reading, which I'll get to in a bit, is also horror.
Hmm.
But yeah, Harrow County, highly recommend this one. It's probably I'm gonna keep saying this. It's like my favorite art.
It's really good.
It's like all watercolor. It's
Yeah, I
super
haven't
cool.
read it, but from the art I've seen, the art's beautiful.
Years
good.
back, I was at a comic store and I just bought the first volume on a whim just because I like the art so much. I would later go on to not read it and trade it to Robbie for a grilled cheese sandwich.
Is that really what you traded
That's
it
what
for?
happened.
True story.
Yeah, and man, I jumped right into that, and I just kept going. It's
Yeah.
so good.
That's really funny.
And then I got the library editions and actually read it, and I read the first library edition in one sitting. It's like perfect. I love it. So the second thing I'm reading is Uzumaki by Junji Ito, which is a horror manga, whatever you wanna call it.
I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Okay. But what that's about is a town that is haunted, or everyone is obsessed with spirals. Just this abstract concept of just a spiral haunting a town is such an abstract, strange idea, but it works so well. And since reading the book, I'm noticing how prevalent little spirals are everywhere. Like on your fingertips, even like looking at the wood, there are little spirals here and there.
Oh, my Donny Cates Venom Pop.
Yeah.
That is not Venom. That is absolute carnage.
Yeah.
That is Venom.
Come on. That's Venom, though.
It's Venom from the last issue of Venom issue 1. I mean, the last page of Venom issue 1 by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Null's... I'm not going to get into it.
All right, so Robbie brings up either Venom or Invisibles every podcast. Today he brought up both.
Yeah. He's really doubling down.
So this is actually a good opportunity to lead into today's topic. If you two have any other books to add.
No, I just want to say I love.
Joker 2019.
I love you too, man. You're just bring it in. Come on.
Ooh, a fist bump on Mike.
I'm a huge Junji Ito fan too, and I really want to read a lot more of his stuff. And I'm very excited to get Uzumaki eventually.
Huh?
Shall we move on to the next topic, Robert?
Jonathan,
Yeah.
why don't you jump in to the topic for today?
So, the topic today is we're on my end of the triangle that is the Trinity.
Triangle?
That is the Trinity, and my tip is Superman. So let's talk about Superman, created by Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster.
Yes.
Anyway, created in 1938. I am going to treat this much differently than Rocco. I'm going to more treat this as a conversation and a recommendation of my personal favorite Superman books, going through almost like a top...
You could say a best of.
A top 6 list, because I have 6 of my favorites
Or that.
here. Yeah. I guess a list of the best sounds a little better than a top 6 list.
I don't know why that got me.
Does that say Jelly Schuster?
Jelly!
Jelly Schuster.
Don't look at his notes.
So first off is a book I like a lot. I think it's very inconsistent as it goes on. It is American Alien by Max Landis.
Yikes.
Yikes.
That is not. We're not going to talk about Max Landis.
It's written by the son of John Landis.
It's written by the guy that got kicked off the set of Chronicle.
What a guy!
We were just like trying to dodge the Max Landis thing.
Yeah,
and you brought it right back.
I just wanted to bring that up.
I'm not.
Son of screenwriter John Landis.
We here at the
Okay.
Chimps, Bananas for Comics, do not support Max Landis in any way. No.
Nope.
But American Alien, pretty good. I like it. What American Alien is a Superman book chronicling his life, going through different individual stories about his life, where with a different artist doing the artwork. And some stories are better than others. Some stories I think are not very good, and other stories I think are very good. There's a couple one-page stories that I also really like. One in particular is a page with Mr. Mixelspitlick. I can't say his name, but Mixelspitlick.
So, yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
mixed-
Mixelspitlick.
that was pretty perfect.
That was really
There
good.
we go. I got it. where I don't want to. I mean, it's a 1-page like story. It's just about him getting into your head, saying he's more real than anything because ideas are a real thing, and anytime he pops in your head again, he is real. He's saying he's eternal, and it's just a little short story that I think about a lot for some reason. It just really stands out to me.
Has he and Batmite ever been teamed up, like paired up in any way?
Well,
They are from the same
they are
dimension.
from the same dimension.
No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I
Actually,
feel like that should be obvious, but I can't think of
yeah,
one.
it should be like in a Batman Superman book. Good.
The reason I'm starting with American Alien is because it is the least Superman-y of
Yeah.
the rest. And if you don't like Superman, it might be a good pick for you. Just because it's very different. You have something to say?
I was I completely agree with you on that. What I was gonna say is, because if you don't know who Max Landis is, without getting into who he is as a person, he is a script writer and he makes stories for movies. So American Alien is very much feels like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say about it.
All right. So that's the first one. Next is something I actually just read, which is Secret Identity by Kurt Busiek. How do you guys say it? Busiek. And what Secret Identity is about is a kid named Clark Kent who lives in the real world where Superman is a fictional character. And he is teased for having the same name as Clark Kent. His family really pushes this thing that he's Superman, giving all this merchandise and whatever. And he just really doesn't like Superman. And then, out of the blue, boom, pow, he gets Superman's powers. And he basically becomes Superman. And it really explores who Superman is as a character, despite not being about our Superman, which is just very interesting. And it is a very fun book. It's like, if you want to get into a Superman comic, it's a good starting spot because you don't need to know anything else. If you know who Superman is, that's all the background knowledge you need. You know, born on a farm, alien, boom, that's all you need to know. It's very good. I love the artwork is very unique at times, but it works really well. Have either of you guys read that one?
Yeah, I read it. I love that book. I think that book's fantastic.
I haven't read it, but you know what that's kind of similar to? It's sort of like the music video for Eminem's Venom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Venom.
Venom.
Venom. Great film. Masterful.
Fantastic.
Masterfully done.
Fantastic.
Can we all just say?
Really. It's a time capsule of a film, honestly.
It's the best superhero movie of 2003, is what I have to say about it.
Yep.
You're too funny.
Thanks.
That's good, Rocco.
You are too funny.
I know.
Let's go.
And now for, I believe, our first and only Superman comic that I have here in continuity is the first volume of Superman Rebirth by Peter Tomasi,
And
which
Patrick Gleason on our...
Yes.
Patrick Gleason. Fun fact, I have a pair of Converse that have the artwork for the first volume on the side of the shoes. And at Comic-Con last year, I had Peter Tomasi sign my shoes.
I didn't know this.
I think I was...
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wasn't I online for, like, Tom King
Yeah.
when you were doing that?
Peter Tomasi,
Obviously.
I've met him. Super nice guy.
His
he
Aquaman's
writes-
weird.
You
Not
read
read it.
Aquaman?
That's the one where they're just like, let's make Aquaman into Batman.
I thought that was... Oh, I didn't know that was his
that's
run.
Tomasi and Gleason.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was... I thought they made... No, whatever.
Pretty sure.
You're probably right. You
You're
know
making
more
me
about
doubt
Aquaman
myself,
more
but-
than I do.
You're the Aquaman guy.
Yeah. That's the...
Next week, we're
That's
talking
what I
about
called
Aquaman.
you the first
the
time I
other
met you.
part of the DC Trinity, Aquaman, next week.
I wish.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I like Wonder Woman a lot.
He's like on the tier right below. Him
Yeah.
and Flash.
Yeah.
And Green Lantern.
And Green Lantern.
So, yeah, Superman Rebirth by Peter Tomasi is about Superman raising his son, Jonathan Kent, who I am in love with.
What a charmer.
He is the sweetest kid ever. He's like a very new character compared to pretty much everyone else.
Like 2015, he was made, I think.
Yeah, I think you're
During Convergence.
Yeah, he's
Convergence.
In
He was
first.
in Convergence. I don't know who
Is that the
originally
one
created
Morrison
him.
did?
No.
No,
Tomasi,
Morrison-
I think, wrote
Oh,
it.
no. I'm sorry. No, I was asking the event. That's Multiversity.
No,
Convergence
yeah.
is an event by Scott Lobdell.
Wow.
But
Way
everything
different.
everything except for the Scott Lobdell stuff is great.
Okay.
All the tie-ins are by different writers. It's
Oh,
I can tell you about it.
I have the Swamp Thing one because it's by Len Wein.
Yeah, they got every single like famous writer of their
Okay,
characters because
yeah.
the whole Convergence is every single continuity coming together.
I have a real blank spot for like every event that's ever happened.
I don't.
So I wasn't sure.
Not
there.
DC events, anyways. Sorry,
Except
Jonathan.
Absolute Carnage.
Continue.
So Superboy was actually created by Dan Jurgens.
Oh, Jurgens wrote that?
He wrote the original Superboy wherever he appeared in. I'm not sure where he appeared, but it was Jurgens. Anyway, I love Jonathan Kent. He is a new character, like I said, and he's already among my favorite DC characters. Another series Tomasi writes is Super Sons, with him and Damian Wayne.
I want that very badly.
And you should definitely read it. It's just beyond charming.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
It's super fun. That is, I guess, Superman related, which is
Yeah, Superman's in it.
yeah. And Jonathan Kent is very.
He's gonna be Superman in
He's
January.
going to be Superman.
That's right.
And he.
Oh, that was the other piece of news. DC Future State.
Talk about it next
We'll
week.
talk
Talk
about
about
it
it
next
next when we hopefully have more information. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He is such a little Superman that it's hard, like, not to compare
Well,
him to.
then Bendis
Obviously.
got his hands on him.
Listen, all right.
I've not read the Bendis stuff yet.
I have read the Bendis stuff, and Jonathan is exactly the same. He aged him up. He aged him up so he could be in the Legion. He acts exactly the same. There's no difference.
Okay, Bendis is a hack. Moving on.
Oh my god.
Guys, I just want to
Okay,
say
I want to also
I
say
don't actually care.
I adore Bendis.
I like Bendis.
He's one of my favorite writers.
I've not read a Superman yet. I
It
will
ends
soon.
It ends December. You can read the
I'm
whole
waiting for it
At
to
the
end.
end, when me and you talk about some Superman reads, you talk about that.
Yeah.
Bendis.
All right, but anyway, Superman Rebirth by Peter Tomasi is basically about Superman raising Jonathan Kent, and he's raising him like a real kid, which is great. It's just really, dives into the fact that Superman is a father. He's superpowered, yes, can do all these amazing things, but he's a father too, and it just really focuses in on Daddy Superman at times, and I really like that stuff. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff, but that's not what makes me love the Rebirth. I really love when Superman is just a guy. I love when he's saving people too, but the Superman just a guy stuff is when he's the most real, the most charming to me, and it makes him feel like, he's the best of humanity. It's why I love Superman. And now to move on to... Wait, either of you guys read that one? Either of you
Not
guys?
yet.
I have, yeah.
What do you think?
I read the first deluxe, so what's that, the first 2 volumes?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you said, it's Super Dad. That's really what
Yeah,
it is.
he's awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah. The omnibus is coming out with his whole run a couple months. I'm very excited to get it.
So the other book I read was Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow by Alan Moore and Kurt Swan, which is a Superman book about Superman, the end of him, like the end of the Silver Age, right? It's the end of Silver Age Superman. There's one particular story I want to talk about, which is, help me remember the name, with the thing on the...
For the Man Who Had Everything?
For the Man Who Had Everything.
Yeah, in the deluxe edition, it contains both
Yeah.
stories. Yeah.
I want to also talk about For the Man Who Had Everything, which is my favorite part of that, which is where Superman gets a parasite on him put by Mongol, right? Is
Yeah.
it Mongol?
It's a plant, right?
It's
Yeah.
like a plant parasite.
And it makes him fantasize about what it would be like if he was still on... Oh my god. Krypton. If he was still on Krypton and his life he would have. And the battling emotions with that. It's super good.
With art by Dave Gibbons, too. So it's the same
Yes,
team.
Dave Gibbons did that one.
Same team as Watchmen for
Thank
that book.
you. Thank you for the
Watch who?
reminder.
Yeah.
Rocco, I know you're a big fan of that one.
Watchmen?
Of not watching.
Oh, I was like, what? Yeah,
I know you're a
obviously.
big fan of.
I
Man
personally
Everything.
like both a lot, but for The Man Who Had Everything,
That is the better of the two.
I think. But they're both perfect.
I don't have as much to say. Have you read that one?
I haven't read either.
Okay, read them both.
Yeah.
We can get back.
Yeah. The end of the for them whatever yeah. Okay, sorry. For whatever happened to Man Tomorrow, they basically went down more and said, "Hey, kill off Silver Age Superman for us because we're rebooting."
Yeah.
So he wrote an ending to all that campy fun
That's
stuff.
cool. I didn't really know what the concept of that was.
Yeah, it's like
It's really
the
cool.
last days of Silver Age Superman.
Yeah.
It's super good. Highly recommend. The other book, which is my second favorite Superman book, is All-Star Superman by, or as I like to call it, S. by Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley. It is one of my favorite Morrison books. I don't want to go too... I have not read that much Morrison, full disclosure, but from what I have read, this is one of my favorites, just because, obviously, I love Superman. But what it's about is another Superman book. And I'm having my blank again, so...
All-Star Superman, do you want me to go into it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let it
I don't want to get too much into the plot on this one because I knew absolutely nothing about it the first time I read it, and I think it would have changed how I read it or went into it, knowing what particularly it's about that happens like right in the first issue.
Oh, so you didn't even know the setup.
I did not know the setup, so
That's cool.
and I think that definitely changed how I ended up reading it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, I don't want to get into that much, but it has one of the most famous Superman moments in
Is
it.
that on the top of the...
the girl.
Yeah,
And this is
that's a really good scene.
a scene that I almost always think about when I think about Superman, where a girl is on the ledge of the building, presumably about to jump, and Superman shows up and basically just tells her, it's okay, and it just really shows Superman saves people in more than just rescue them from a burning building or a supervillain destroying Metropolis. He cares about each individual person, and he will stop what he's doing and fly all the way to the edge of a building just to help someone he doesn't know, because that's the kind of guy Superman is, you know? And I know you've both read All-Star Superman.
Yep.
Yes.
First, I want to know what Rocco thinks of it.
Yeah, so I haven't read it in a very long time. I want to give it a reread, but I did like it a lot. I love Frank Quitely's art. I think it's the perfect encapsulation of who Superman is. I think if anyone understood Superman, Morrison might understand him the best of any writers.
Morrison's whole philosophy on superheroes, them being like
They're gods. Yeah.
It really makes sense for him to write a Superman book and for him to really understand it and be one of the best.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
We have a resident Grant Morrison fanboy here. He can't get enough Morrison. Loves the guy to death. Robbie, what do you think of All-Star Superman?
I don't know if this is blasphemy or not. It's pretty low on my list of Morrison books.
I love that setup so much.
Here's the thing. I thought it was fantastic. I think Morrison and Quietly just work so well together. And it really, it's the ultimate good guy Superman. This is just Grant Morrison showing this is why Superman is the best. It's like he's the best that we all have to offer in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's everything we should strive to be. And that comes across very clear throughout the book, and I really like it. I just like his other stuff more. That's all.
You also...
It's very different than a lot of his other stuff.
Yes.
His Batman book and his Batman run, not Arkham Asylum, and his Superman, All-Star Superman, are very different than anything else he writes.
Yeah, I really love, as I said, the Invisibles. I really am liking the Filth, and as soon as I'm done with the Filth, I'm gonna get We Three and Nameless. So those are more of the Morrison books that I'm leaning towards with what I like.
Yeah.
The last book I want to discuss is my favorite Superman book among my favorite superhero comics, which is For All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. High five!
Yeah.
So, this is a Superman book exploring the origins of Superman, and it goes through his life using the 4 seasons, beginning with spring obviously being the beginning of things, and winter being the last issue. Winter, the death of things, so it lines up perfectly. A lot of people do not like the artwork in these books, but I love it. I love Superman's
Long Halloween guy.
Tim Sale, yeah.
Tim Sale?
Tim Sale's
a
awesome.
lot of people don't like Tim Sale.
Well, they're wrong.
But
I get it. But
No, I love
like
Tim
him.
Sale.
I love Tim Sale so
I love
much.
the little Superman face, his big
Yeah.
head. I love his big muscles. He has a warmness to him. The artwork just conveys so much in this one. It really conveys the strength, but also warmth that Superman brings. There's one panel towards the end of the first issue, where Superman rescues a kid from falling, and the kid's like, "Hey, nice suit," and Superman's like, "Thanks, my mom made it."
Yeah.
And it's just super.
It's such a
It's
cute
super charming. It is the most wholesome of anything I've talked about today.
Yeah.
Even it might even be more than Super Sons. And Super Sons is pretty wholesome.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the book, is that it's wholesome. That's
2 kids hanging
It's
out.
just,
yeah.
I mean, it has Lex Luthor, but it
Ugh,
doesn't
that guy.
have evil in the traditional sense of superhero books. Like a lot of the big threats are natural disasters,
Yeah.
which I actually really like, where Superman is facing off against almost, the planet, something he can't control. He can't actually physically stop these things from happening, which I like a lot more than like a big villain,
Yeah.
Flash. The hardcover also has a little short at the end, which is a major tearjerker.
Yeah.
That's why I actually own the single issues for this one. I really want to get the hardcover. It's such a sad story at the end. What's the story with it again? Who was it?
Is it
It's-
by the
it's-
same people?
So
It's-
what it is Jeff, if you don't know about Jeff Loeb, his son,
His son, yes.
passed away from, I think, leukemia.
Leukemia.
And while he was still fighting leukemia, he wrote a Superman story that Jeff Loeb then adapted. I don't even know if he adapted or if he just pulled the straight story out and Tim Sale did the art for it. Yeah, it's rough. It's really good, but it's sad.
It is. It's a lot. It's hard to read, but it is really good. I just love that book so much. I love it to death. It's been a while since I've read it. I'll probably read it soon. Since I'm talking about it today, it's in my mind.
Yeah.
When I go home today, I'm gonna 100% pick them up and start reading them again.
Yeah.
Rocco, I know you've read it. I know you also.
It's my favorite Superman story as well. I mean, I'm already a huge Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale fan, but like, that book is just, it's great. Everything about it.
It's not an underrated book by any means.
No, yeah.
Everybody loves it, but it's not a pick you hear often for
best
as
Superman.
the best one. But I think it's his best. It's super good. Robbie, you haven't read it, correct?
No, I don't want to sound like I'm like anti-superhero, but the superhero stuff that I do read is never really, I shouldn't say never, but it's not really the big A-list ones. So a lot of this stuff, like the Batman stuff and the Superman stuff, is off my radar.
All right. So before I shoot it on to you guys and ask you your favorite Superman books, I just want to bring up one more comic. The Death of Superman, which I think is garbage. Moving on.
Dope.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you covered basically all the bases of all the really great Superman books. I know we brought up Bendis' Superman before. It's not done yet. It's almost done. I'm the only one reading it right now. I just want to throw it out. He's writing Superman and Action comics, so 2 separate comics. He has 2 separate Superman stories going on. I just want to throw out there, I think that book gets a lot of hate, both of them, but I think there's something to enjoy. Maybe if you don't like Superman, try his Action comics and vice versa, because they're completely different types of books.
Rocco, I haven't read this one, but I'm just going to bring it up so you could talk about it.
Okay.
The Tom King one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the other
with
one.
what's his face? Kubert?
Yes. Andy Kubert? Adam Kubert? No.
Not Joe.
1 second.
He's on his phone, guys.
No.
Looking it up. What a we call him a comic book fan.
Adam.
Can't even remember this stuff.
Andy.
That's what I said first, right?
Oh, fucking no.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
Andy, yeah. Okay. So yeah, the other book, like I said, check out Bendis stuff. Just give both a shot. If you don't like them, you don't like them. But
I definitely plan on picking it up now that it's over.
it's gonna
coming
be
to an end.
both of them are gonna be 28 issues each. So, but you don't have to read one to like the other.
For me, Bendis is hard to read single issues of.
Fair enough.
He's
Very
so
fair.
much easier
Yeah.
in bulk.
The other book, I think everyone should read. It's a newer one from 2019 by Tom King, my favorite guy. It's called and Andy Kubert. It's called Superman Up in the Sky.
What, does Superman just cry a bunch?
This book, oh my god, this book it's sad too. It's definitely not. What Tom King does perfectly is he brings his sad world stuff into a Superman book, but Superman still doesn't falter. Tom King is perfect at making Superman still feel like Superman, even when the world is beating him down. He is still got this positive outlook, and he knows he could save them. He just has to try. And so the setup for this to show kind of what that idea is a little girl is kidnapped from Earth and taken away across the galaxy, and he is determined to save her. And even though everyone stands in his way, it's like this one girl, you can't save her. He is determined, and it's great. It's one trade. It's everyone should check that out too.
It's one hardcover, right?
It's in a hardcover, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one volume.
I might get that for myself today. Just
Yeah, if it's at
fourth word shout out.
you should get
Fourth
it.
World Comics.
World.
Shout out to them.
That's right.
Yeah,
You want me to go now?
yeah, Robbie. Anything?
I
you'd
would
like
love for you to talk. Hi, Robbie.
Hi.
What are some of your favorite Superman comics?
This isn't a favorite of mine. However, it just has a really good moment that I always think of. It's in Scott Snyder and Jim Lee's Man of Steel. That's what it's called. Man of Steel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wheat Mama.
Yeah, it was just
Is
called
that called Man of Steel?
Yeah.
No,
No, Man
Unchained.
of Steel
Superman
is
Unchained.
Man of Steel is the beginning of the Bendis stuff.
That's right. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's another. It's also the beginning of the Burn stuff, and it's a movie.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The opening of Scott Snyder on Superman Unchained has him catching. It's the building in India, right? The world's tallest tower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't remember.
And it breaks down his thought process second by second
Oh, that was cool. Yeah,
It's a
I forgot
very
about
good-
that.
Oh wait, I have read that.
of how he
It's cool
saves
book.
that building from falling. He flies through a wave. He carries the water through the city by flying really fast. And
He's
then
doing
freezes
all
it.
the math in his head.
Yeah, and he's
right?
doing it all in his head and goes second by second, panel by panel,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things that I always think of when I think of Superman. Superman, he's the guy that almost all the time can save everybody, and a lot of people pin that on him for being boring. I disagree. I think
That's what
I think
makes
it's a
him
very
cool.
That's-
endearing part of him.
He is an endearing character. He just warms your heart
Yeah.
when done well.
Also, I forgot, I do have one other book. This ties back into your Tomasi stuff, because this is actually the end of the New 52 run, which is not very good. But his part is, he writes the last volume that leads into his rebirth stuff, and it's called The Final Days of Superman, where almost every New 52 character goes over to continuity stuff. Almost every New 52 character goes over to Rebirth as the same character. Superman, though, to explain why he is such a different take on the character, is New 52 Superman is actually a different person than pre-New 52 Superman.
I hate continuity.
Yeah, it's confusing, but so to make it less confusing, there's like, let's kill off New 52 Superman to bring back old Superman who is going to be a father. And to do this, they had Tomasi write it. And going through this version of Superman's final days, I think Tomasi really, I don't want to say redeems, because it's not that New 52 Superman's a bad character, he's just completely different.
He's very his own.
Yeah, and which, for better or worse, but he really does a good job at like tying the knot on this character, and it's kind of tear-jerky, honestly, when he obviously it's literally about him dying. He does die at the end, and it's sad, and it's really done well, and it's a good read before reading his Rebirth stuff. But that's about it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So Superman all around.
Wait, there's one more I wanted to bring up.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm not just gonna talk about Superman here. I'm gonna talk about Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen.
Oh yeah.
The boy. I love Jimmy Olsen.
Yes, I am a big fan of this little guy. I think
Who isn't? Jimmy Olsen's great.
I really liked all his little stuff in All-Star Superman. That was really fun. Did you know, Matt Fraction, in a podcast, I heard him talk about this, Jimmy Olsen's affiliation for drag. Are you aware of this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he does drag a lot.
Yeah.
In Silver Age, he did drag
wait.
a
And
lot.
in All-Star Superman, it cuts to him at one point, and
He's doing drag in All-Star, yeah.
yeah, you can see he's like taking his wig
Yeah,
off and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's just like
It's great.
it's a real interesting through line with him.
He does it to get pictures, but I also think he just likes doing drag.
He also does a really old story where there's the Jimmy Olsen fan club where he disguises as a girl.
Yeah,
and they
I
won't
forgot
let
about
girls
that.
In. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But of course, my man, Matt Fraction, Steve Lieber, did just finish a great 12-issue maxi series on Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. And that comes out beginning of November, the collection.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Can't
What
wait
a book.
to
So
buy
good.
that
One of my
one.
favorite DC books.
Also, Jack Kirby's does a great Jimmy Olsen also, so...
Jack who?
Ha ha ha, Jack Kirby.
From Smash.
Ha ha ha. Okay, let's wrap this up. Jonathan, would you like to do closing thoughts on Superman? Before we wrap up?
Superman is what is the best of all of us, and you know something about Superman right now during this time period in 2020, he just feels all the more important in a way, just to give you a reminder that people can be good. You know, the whole thing with Superman is he is remarkably human despite not being human at all. And he's objectively the best member of the Trinity. Thanks for watching.
Until next week when Robbie says otherwise.
Yep. Next week, Wonder Woman.
Woo! Alright, guys. We've been Bananas for the comics.
I've been Chimp.
And I'm Jonathan.
Bananas.
Chimps.